So we decided to turn this awkward area of our driveway into a pergola with a driving gate. So since we're starting with a nearly finished fence, we had to start removing some of the fence panels and move things around so that we could get the pergola posts in. And we got 2 of the pergola posts up. We are gonna basically bring the entire fence up a little bit and connect it to these front pergola posts. And then those back posts there, those are coming down to make room for the back supports. For these posts, we dug about 2.5 feet down. These are 4x6 by 12 foot pieces of lumber. We put over 100 pounds of concrete in here. This is just some video of me extending the fence to the front. This part's gonna connect to the front part of the pergola where the driving gate goes. Okay, so here's the progress so far. We took the fence panels down, moved everything up. This is gonna be closed in. This is the front part of the fence attached to the front pergola post. This is the other front pergola post where the driving gate's gonna go. We're gonna close all this in with pickets. Next step is to just put the board-on-board pickets up and let these posts set for a few days. We really need to make sure these are good and concreted in. We also have a bunch of rain coming, so it's gonna stay wet. So we're gonna let these posts set for probably 3 days before we check back with this project. Okay, so here we are a few days later. You can see that we finished putting the pickets up, so everything is nice and closed in to the front part of the pergola. Everything is also nice and set in concrete. And the biggest thing we have to do now is figure out where the top of each post is. Make sure everything is level because our yard is so uneven.
What is this?
Well, this is a laser level, and it shoots a continuous beam of laser across all 4 corners. Make sure it's level. You mark the posts where the laser falls. Then you take your dimension from your laser line to wherever you prefer your beam to be. Take the exact same measurement all the way across, and then you know exactly where all your top lasers need to rest. Make sure it's good.
All right, you heard him, folks.
So basically what we're doing here is using this laser level to shoot a straight line on all 4 posts. And then we're gonna measure from that line the same amount of inches up, mark that on all 4 posts, and then we'll know that is the exact same spot. Our yard is extremely uneven, so we couldn't just dig, 2-foot holes, put the posts in, and then just assume they're all level. We have to use this laser level to make sure everything is perfectly square and straight and level. These marks are actually going to be where the top of the post is going. So we actually are going to cut these 4x6s to make sure there's no excess sticking out on top of where the beams are going. So thankfully we had Brian nearby with his massive skill saw to come cut these posts because this machine is crazy and heavy, but it really does a great job of cutting these 4x6 posts. So the next major step is just a design decision. We have to decide how we want the ends of the beams to look. So we just kind of did a test. On this end, we just went 2 inches down to 20 inches over and just made a straight cut with a circular saw. And on the other end, I went 3 inches down and just did 45-degree angle. So this is solely an opinion thing. You can do any design you want. Some people do curvy things. We just decided to go with a straight line because it's easier. So this is just a scrap piece of wood. We cut the ends off and just put the ends up on the posts and looked at it, and that's really how we made our decision. All right, so now it's the fun part. These are 2 by 10 by 16 foot pieces of lumber. We cut them down a little bit just to make them the right length. We wanted about 15 inches to stick out past the posts on each end. You can see there are scrap pieces of 2 by 4 on the posts. Those are just to make it easy. We can just set them up there and have them stable while we screw them in. So that is what we did with all 4 beams. There is 1 beam on each side of both sets of posts. Okay, so here is how it looks with the beams all done. I think this is a good stopping point. Next video, I'll show you how we installed the driving gate and how we put the beams going across in. So thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. My next video should be going up soon, so look for that. Thanks.